I feel like that the league is just continuing to grow, and I feel like just making sure that we continue to be the priority. I know that there is what was that? The TV rights deal that just came out. I think just continue to find ways, and honestly, that makes us money, and that has to be the priority because we are night in, night out, working our butts off, going overseas to get money. Like that just has to be the priority. But I also know that everyone is working towards what's going to be in the new CBA, and so I'm excited.
There's obviously going to be a new team next year and Toronto the year after. But from a player perspective, knowing that means an expansion draft is coming, I guess you'll probably get protected by Indiana. It's a safe bet, but what is that like knowing that some of your teammates, you don't know like how they might get moved? And
yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that you have to prepare for because you never know how it's going to go. But at the same time, like, this is great for our league. This expansion, this is exactly what we needed. It gives more people an opportunity to be in this league, stay in this league. And I think what's important is knowing that there's a plan for each and every one of us. And I feel like just continuing to trust God's steps in everyone's lives is going to be important. And we just have to love the flow.
Can I follow up on your goals? Have you written down your goals for this season?
Yes.
And if so, was be an all-star on there?
Yes.
And what work has it taken to get into this? You're coming off a career high in your last game.
Yeah, I feel like it's taken a lot of mental strength over anything because I feel like to start this season, honestly, Holly, like I was not in a good spot. I felt like I was still trying to, honestly, like as like I'm starting over, like I'm trying to figure out my footing with everything again. And so I feel like there was just so much talking behind the noise, and that was a big reason I got off social media to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do. And I feel like since then, like I've just been able to focus on me, continue to work hard, and being an all-star was definitely one of them because I feel like being an all-star as a rookie is really impressive, but it's always hard to come back and do it again. And so for me, I wanted to make sure that I was able to be on that list.
You said that the start of the season was hard, but what is going well now? What are you proud of that you have found right now?
Yeah, consistency. I think that's the best thing, really. It's because I've just continued to make sure that I'm being consistent for my team, making sure I'm finishing my shots, finishing around the rim, making sure I'm running the floor. Doing all little things because at the end of the day, like, we have a great team, we have a great squad, and so to make sure that I'm doing everything I can is going to be important for the team.
Can you share any other goals that are written down, that you wrote down?
Playoffs is definitely one of them. It's been a while since we've been back, and I feel like last year we were on the cusp of it, and so for this year, definitely making the playoffs.
Thank you.
Of course.
Aliyah, with all the hype surrounding Caitlin, just want to know how you think she's handled it, how you think she's kind of lived up to all the hype. It's a massive weight to carry.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if anyone thinks Caitlin did not live up to the hype, they are not watching. I mean, she's coming off a 19 assist game. Like, who does that? Literally no one, because she has the record, right? And so I think she's came in from the jump, and she's continued to be her. I think, for me especially, obviously we've never played together, and so we just continue to build that chemistry. Has been great, but honestly, I think she's lived up to hype. I think you see it where the crowds follow her every single place, and she's just been handling it really well.
Aliyah, what's Cheryl Miller, the coach, like?
Oh, she's great. She's great. She talked to us about just our mindset coming into this game and that she's going to be there, but she also wants us to communicate everything we're seeing on the court so that she knows what she should do.
Have you three talked with her at all about, like, hey, let us all be on the court for a couple minutes or something like that?
No, because she's the coach. I let her rock out. But I think she knows that, too. Us just having 3 players on this squad is really special. And so if we get the opportunity, obviously we're going to take advantage of it. If not, we're just going to be ready for when our name is called.
Aliyah, who would be your dream opponent in a game of horse?
My dream opponent? Ooh, I'm trying to win, right? So
He's a guaranteed 5 letters.
oh, that's actually crazy. That's actually a crazy thing to
Who would
pick.
the vibes playing horse?
You know what? I think I would be Caitlin for sure.
Okay.
Yep, I'll show her my range.
So let me ask you this then. What would be your go-to trick shot in that game to guarantee Caitlin a letter?
Yep, between the leg, off the backboard, slam dunk.
You have that in the
What?
repertoire?
I just haven't showed anyone.
Jennifer Corti from Let's Talk Women in Basketball podcast. If you could pick any teammate to be your karaoke partner, which teammate would it be, and what song would you guys perform?
Ooh, I feel like it would have to be one of my favorite girls. I feel like Kelsey would really sing with me. And I feel like I would sing, I I personally would sing One Wish by Ray J because I know the words from start to finish. I don't know if Kelsey rocking with me, but I know I'm rocking with me.
And what are your top 3 basketball movies of all time?
Top 3 basketball movies? Ooh, can I just do top 3 movies? I like Matilda, I like White Chicks, and I like Rush Hour.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Would you?
Throughout the season, you kind of talk to him about how we're now
I think the biggest advice I gave Kaylin, honestly, was just continue to be herself. And I also told her, I remember early on this season, I told her, like, listen, the attention that you have coming in here, sometimes, like, you're going to be expecting, like, some certain things, and they're going to try and prove to you, like, this is a big league, like, you're here now. And so just continue to be her and be patient. Like, I feel like giving ourselves grace is something that is hard, especially when we're competitors and we want everything to be perfect. But, I mean, I think she's done a great job. She's handled herself really well over the course of the entire season.
What about you? How's your confidence grown from your
Yeah, my confidence has definitely grown a lot. I think I've just been able to continue to trust my game and know the work that I've put in, and I've been able to show that on the court.
Having one of these weekends behind you, how much more do you think you'll be able to relax and maybe enjoy this one?
Yeah,
Having that in the past.
I'm going to be able to relax. I think just being able to have this little break before we go back to Indiana, just take some time to myself and literally just sit down because we're always on the move. It's going to be great.
In what ways do you think you guys can springboard how you finish that stretch, and to have all of you around for 3 weeks going into it can be another training camp?
Yeah, I mean, we just have to be ready for it. We know what's coming. Just making sure that we continue to work on all the things that we have to improve on. But I mean, I think we're in a good spot right now going into the end of the season. We don't have as much away games, so we're not really on the road as much. So that's going to be great for us too.
Would you like to see an event kind of like this in Indianapolis maybe the next couple years?
Oh, heck yeah. I think this would be really cool. Indy is the basketball state, the basketball city, like, and so it'd be great to have this in Indy, yeah.
Aliyah, I talked to Dawn earlier this week. She said
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we do is we run the floor. We try to run, we try to get out because when Kayla has that ball in her hands, she knows exactly where it needs to be, when it needs to get there, and I think we've just continued to do that. And then when it comes to execution, I think we have to be a little bit better at that going into the second half of the season because everyone is competing for a playoff spot, everyone wants to win, and so just make sure we're able to execute, especially in that fourth quarter. Yeah, that would mean a lot. They haven't been, the Indiana Fever has not been to the playoffs since 2016. Like, that is something that needs to happen. I think we have a great group and can do it.
At Fiverr, we offer 3D rendering services. But you probably already know a guy who knows a guy who has a cousin who has a neighbor who could do it. Well,
you kind of be grateful about it because it's like, you know, she cares. She still wants to see us do well, no matter, even if it's an all-star game, you know?
What's more exciting, finding out that you made the team or finding out who else is on the team with you?
That's a hard question, friend. I would say it's nothing like your own personal goals, but it's nothing like being able to experience it with other big players, so both.
What's been your experience like in Phoenix so far?
It's very high. Very, very, very high. But I love the culture here. I didn't realize that Phoenix was basketball driven. So I love that we have a lot of fans from so many different places that I've met here so far. So I'm excited about it.
Kelsey, we talk about all-star games sometimes not being as competitive, but this one has a lot of excuses for it to be a very competitive. So what are you expecting?
I'm expecting to be very competitive. I know that USA has a lot to go and play for across the water, and I think for us, I would like to think that we're going to do our best to prepare them to go and win gold on behalf of our country. So for us, it is going to be kind of competitive because they have to go and, you know, they got to go handle business. And I think that we could do a good job of making sure that, you know, for the most part, they're prepared.
Would you like to see this event in Indy?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think it'll be, I mean, we've already done it with the guys. And I think the weather change will be different. So I think it'll be good for us. Yeah.
And what's it like for you to share this experience with Caitlin?
I mean, those girls did such an amazing job of being who they are and walking in that purpose and being the shift that we needed in the women's game. And I think that for me to take the court with them, I'm very, very grateful. But it's an experience, so I've seen a lot. And I would say that 2024, the way that these ladies carry and the way that they do it, I applaud them. You know, they do it really, really well.
And being in practice, feeling all that talent on one court, what's that like?
I think the best part is that at any given moment, we have somewhere to go, and we know that you know, you trust other people that you're working with to, like, I know for a fact AB do this. I know for a fact C squared is going to do that, you know? And you got to appreciate it. You just kind of like, it's like a second nature. So it feels good, you know, once you get the second nature of it and you develop a certain chemistry that can't be broken.
And what goes...
Team WNBA won in 2021, so what are your predictions for this year?
Team WNBA wins again, 2024. But it would be fun, obviously, but I mean, the goal is, you know, we're all competitors, and so you expect, obviously, competitiveness to show tomorrow, on Saturday, and I think for us, it's about keeping that nature up, but also keeping it fun, so. But I think, you know, overall, it's going to be pretty competitive. You know, you can expect, you know, them to go hard and us to do the same, so it's only right that we prepare them, though, you know.
And you have a limited time practicing and stuff, so, like, with each other, so how do you develop that chemistry?
You kind of utilize the energy around you. Obviously yourself, you know yourself, you kind of pour into everybody else. Understand who they are off the court. Grow to appreciate their careers. You know, just ask questions and learn a lot. I know, you know, I'm with DB and I always been a fan of her, so you kind of be a glue stick to it and you kind of just learn as much as you can, soak it up. And I think over time that will help, you know, if you start playing the game, like, hey, I trust her enough because we have these kind of conversations. And I think it just helps to grow the game.
Being in the huddle with Cheryl Miller leading the way, what's the philosophy like? What's the conversation like?
She's very, very intentional. She knows what she wants. She knows what she wants from us. It's clear and cut. So you go there, appreciate that, hey, this is what she wants and this is how she wants it to look. And I think the one thing about Cheryl that is awesome is that she too has played and experienced the game, so she can relate to how, you know, she's seen it, she's done it. So it's coming from a sincere place when she wants us to play and participate a certain way.
With the new reported media deal, how do you hope that helps then grow this league even more beyond maybe player salaries, obviously? But what more would you like to see?
So the different platforms that we now have with this deal, it's going to be amazing. I think we're going to tap into other cultures, other ethnicities, et cetera, and I think it'll be good for us. I think it'll be one of those things where you're gonna watch the game and then you can go watch the news. You know, that's how you want it to be, and then you want to see that every night for every team, not just, you know, you got to go to the league pass to watch games. You want everybody to be on those top channels. So
how do you contextualize kind of when you came into the league, the interest level to where it is today?
I kid you not, I swear, it's a shift the era for me because I can remember having to drive all the way to New York and with a G League play, I had to play in New York. So it was a time we didn't even have a locker room and separately from a weight room. We all had one. So to see the changes that were made, I'm very, very grateful because I can remember where I started at and where it's at now. So it's a lot of pavement that has been laid down. So I'm excited.
Kelsey, favorite sneakers on and off the court?
Favorite sneakers on the court? D-Book, I'm in a chokehold right now. Phoenix. Shout out to Phoenix. But off the court, I would say Vomero.
Okay, cool. And if and when Kayla gets her own shoe, do we expect you to be wearing it?
For sure. Anything for C squared. She better give me all the colors I want, though.
Has she given you any hints as to what it might be like? Anything?
No, not at all. But I'm sure that when it comes out, she's going to make sure that, you know, we kind of get an experience of it. That's just the kind of person she is. So I can expect, like, once she establishes what she wants to do and how it goes, we'll be one of the first people to see it, I hope.
Thank you.
Of course.
Kelsey, do you have any plans for your time off during the Olympics?
Yeah, vacation. I'll take as much vacation as I can get. The season was pretty fast to start, so I think we all could use a reset button of some sort, but definitely catch some sun and kind of just reset, as they call it.
Who's your Olympics goat?
My Olympics goat? Oh, man. Can I go all the way back? Because that group back in my time when I was a kid was amazing. So your Cheryl Soups, your Tina Thompson, that group was amazing. But obviously I love Vada Tarasi. I love everything she's done. When I first came to the league, that's who the quote-unquote GOAT was. And she's held that standard. So DT being able to play at this level right now, she has, you know, my respect to her, sincerely.
How do you evaluate how the league has adjusted to Caitlin and how she's adjusted back?
I think Caitlin has adjusted pretty fine. I was just telling these guys she's professional. She's been doing this a while. You can see her kind of getting adjusted to how people are. But I think for the league, she's bringing everybody here, so I'm excited about it.
Did you think that they put her through her paces early and developed some respect?
Yeah, for sure. But I think it's supposed to go like that. You gotta earn your way.
Hey Kelsey, can you just tell me what you think Aliyah Boston has grown from her rookie year to now?
Seven has done a lot of amazing things off the floor, but I think on the court she's established her confidence as far as like being quote-unquote undersized post. She's not BG, but she holds her own. Her footwork is amazing, and I think she can shoot the ball a lot more for us. I think that three you're gonna see it a lot more. She got soft touch on the rim.
And then, can you just tell me about Boston's play on the court this season? How she's helped Indiana compete for the playoff spot?
She's very, very high in IQ. AB does a really good job of playing in space. She's an agile big, which means she can move laterally a lot better than other bigs that you typically see. And I think the special thing about AB is that she wants everybody else to be great. So she's established that role as a leader to like allow her role to be what it's gonna be, but everybody else can get too.